Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I guess it's becoming a habit now for me to upload my Plan With Me videos throughout the month. So I'm hesitant now to promise you guys I will upload next month on time, but I'll do my best. As you can see, I'm flipping through the pages of June. My theme for June were flowers, and this was actually one of my favorite themes so far. I really enjoyed drawing the flowers. Last month I also went on a trip to Lisbon with two of my high school friends. It was super fun and we saw a lot of beautiful places and we walked and hiked a lot, surprisingly. But it was all worth it because Portugal is a very beautiful country. What's also new this month is that I'm using a new journal from Scribbles That Matter. I saw that a lot of Instagrammers use this brand and I heard many positive reviews about it, so I had to try it out. So I'll tell you what my opinion is while I plan my spread for this month with you guys. And these were all my spreads for June. For the month of July, I wanted to use the animated movie Spirited Away as my theme. I absolutely love this movie and I wanted to use it for a long time. The animation itself is already incredible, but what really captivated me is that you feel like you're in a fairy tale. As the main character is a child, it also makes you feel like a child again when you watch it. But what is even more amazing is that it contains so many symbolic analogies to real life and society, and you can really see her character evolve throughout the film. So this movie is very suitable to watch for adults as well. By making this movie, I think the creator Hayao Miyazaki tries to tell us that it is important to find your identity, but to not look for it in materialism and greed, which is beautifully, I think, symbolically displayed in the movie. He also puts light on environmental problems like pollution. So if you haven't watched the movie, you should definitely watch it. It is really one of my favorite movies all time. But enough about the movie, let's move on to my spread. As you can see, I'm working on the cover. Again, I'm making a watercoloring painting on Ecoline watercolor paper. I incorporated the main characters of the movie for this. Again, I'm using the Crayola Supertips with a waterbrush for the watercoloring. Go to my April Plan With Me video if you want a more detailed explanation of how I do this. I like to use multiple layers to create a more detailed and lively painting. My technique is basically to first apply the lighter colors and then apply the darker shades on top. When I watercolored the sea, I tried to create a layer effect with different shades of the same color, so it doesn't look too much like one plain color, if you know what I mean. So I would go over it with the same shade of blue, or I would mix the blue with a little bit of black watercolor to create a darker color. I tried to apply not too much dark color around the letters of the month, so it would still be visible later on and the letters wouldn't disappear in the painting. Now you can see me applying a darker shade of blue, and this was mixed with a little bit of black watercolor. I used a black Crayola Supertips marker to color in the title. I used a Sakura Micronpen in the size 3 to outline the drawing. I felt like the contrast of the shading in the painting wasn't enough, so I added some detail with my Prismacolor coloring pencils. I went over the title again with a Faber-Castell marker this time in the size B, because I felt the ink of the Crayola marker wasn't pigmented enough. And this is how my cover for July turned out. Next up, I have my monthly planner. Because my monthly last month was kind of dull, I wanted to go for a more artsy spread this month. I went for a linear layout of the dates, and I thought it would be cool to incorporate a drawing of Haku the dragon. I used the Micronpen again in size 3 to outline the drawing, and I used watercolors to color it in. I used the Prismacolor pencils to color the pink parts of the dragon because I wanted these parts to be a little more pigmented. With a golden gel pen I created the Chinese styled line decoration later on, because I felt the page was too empty without it. For the mood tracker, I went for a simple circular chart again. I kept this page quite simple because I wanted to make a drawing on the next page. I wrote the text with a golden gel pen to add an extra touch to the tracker. Next, I have my habit tracker spread. I used the same setup as in June, but this time I added a cute drawing of the Kashira, also known as the green hats from Spirited Away. I used the Micronpen in size 2 to outline the drawing. This time I used coloring pencils instead of watercolors because I didn't want to risk bleeding. You'll see it later, but when I used watercolor on my first weekly spread, there was a lot of bleed through while I didn't use much water at all, so I was quite disappointed in the quality of Scribbles That Matter journals. And this is how my finished spread turned out. Next, I have my sleep tracker. There's nothing special about it, it's the same layout as in June, and it was quite refreshing to have a more simple spread in between all the spreads with the drawings. My expense tracker is also the same as in June. I wrote the title with a green Crayola marker to add some color to the page. This is my first weekly spread. I had already planned this spread because I only started filming halfway through July. So I'm sorry you couldn't see how I planned this. For the images, I got my inspiration from Pinterest and watching the movie. I really like how the spread turned out. This is my final flip through. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video.